not even sure how to approach this topic. So I did a live stream earlier today. It was about 5 hours long. And we screwed around with some of the 3D printers and dug through a box of old tech, like weird old label makers, weird Palm Pilots, stuff like that. So I get a lot of interesting comments pretty regularly from people that, well, more or less they've caught me in a lie. Now, one of the reasons I started recording videos and uploading them to YouTube was because my memory is not that good as far as like things I've done, places I've gone, and like sort of timelines and things like that. I'm good at retaining information, like I can tell you my first library barcode number I ever had, and torque specs, things from service manuals, stuff like that's not usually too big of an issue. But as far as like my spatial awareness and people's names, stuff like that, not so good. Also, Tourette syndrome seems to be a kind of a hot topic. And so I say all that to say, recording these videos is sort of my therapy, as it were. So this isn't directed towards anyone that's necessarily watching this, but I want to kind of go through some stuff that's usually in the back of my mind when I get comments saying, oh, hey, you're not disabled. You've got a good scam going and you're making money. I posted a video a while back. I believe it was called Stop Trying to Sue Me, something like that. Been on YouTube for 4 years, 5 years now, something. I haven't made $3,000 in that entire time. I know it's like, oh, you made $3,000, that's a lot of money. No. Over 4 or 5 years. I don't play the game. I don't lean into the YouTube stuff. I don't do all the normal stuff because I can't even watch videos that are like that. So I'm just going to go through some of the stuff that's in the back of my mind. And then I'm thinking about Tourette's. It's obviously worse, but that's one of the things. Everyone is an expert about Tourette's that does not have it. I'm trying to just kind of lightly gloss over. I'm trying to just kind of lightly gloss over some of this, but I've had it all my life. Anyways, so let's get to the part about me being a scammer. The number one thing, I am not very good at running a scam. So I'm trying not to say specific things that were in specific comments because I don't want to empower specific people. Over the last 3 months, I've gotten probably 20, 25 comments that are basically along the lines about everything I'm talking about here. If I don't need a wheelchair and I can stand up and I can walk around and I've got everyone fooled, one simple question: where is my furniture? Come with me. Let's look around. Maybe it's hiding in here. No, just more stuff. Another wheelchair. That's a loaner I give out to people that need it occasionally. Well, actually, I've only loaned it to one specific friend because it fits him really well. Maybe in the office. Got some computers in here. Maybe I do some gaming and stuff. I've got a couple of side hustles. I make vinyl signs. I make decals, giant posters and things. Where's the office chair? I apologize. I am being sarcastic. I definitely am. Yeah, so no furniture in here. A couple more wheelchairs. That's the thing. When I was talking in the live stream earlier, I mentioned that people that don't know me or know about me or just the general public when they meet me, I seem a lot different than I am because they... Let me move away from this vent. It's loud. Oh, here's the other thing. Why do I have a shower chair? If I'm a scammer, why on earth would I not stand up in the shower? Who sits on a disgusting shower chair? Like, I see those at yard sales and I'm like, ugh. I mean, I have to use one, but why would I have that? I have one chair in this house that's not a wheelchair. It's right here. It's this lifetime foldable chair. The only reason I have that is so that when other people come over here or other friends come over, their caregivers have something to sit in. So, again, I'm not very good at scamming because I kind of forgot to get furniture for my house. For when I come home and I want to unwind and I've had a long, busy day of scamming everyone. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to be too cynical, but the other point is, why do you have so many wheelchairs? I've explained this a number of times, but it's for research, testing, building things, fabricating stuff is my hobby. That's why I've got random metal working equipment over there. But I get lots of messages from people that need help with their chairs. And I don't know how many times they've said, hey, I've got this one thing, how do I do this? What's going on here? And I can come out here to the garage and take a picture or shoot a quick video with my cell phone and say, hey, here's what it looks like. Here's what you do. And they get it going again because someone was able to give them information, within a day or something. I think that's pretty invaluable. Now, are there any chairs in this garage that I should donate? That's another big one. It's super selfish that you have all those chairs that other people could be using. So right now, we've got this bounder here. This thing took me a long time to get. This was a lot of work. I paid for this out of my own pocket. Granted, I got a very good deal on it, but this thing has changed my life. Where I'm living at the moment, I still use it a lot, but it's not quite as much as I did at the previous place I was living. But I still use this thing regularly. So this is one chair that in theory I could donate to someone, but it would negatively impact my life. Okay, I'm sitting in a wheelchair right now. This is the Quantum Forefront. Another thing is I get a brand new chair and all I do is complain about it constantly. I will admit, there has been a lot of complaining about this chair. And I've gotten to the point, well, it brings me to this other chair, the Frontier V6 over here. Earlier on in my channel, I was having a similar situation with that chair that I am with this one. Now, I was fully capable of fixing that chair and making it work. Same with this Quantum. If this was the last chair on earth and I had to fix it, give me 2 days, I would rip the electronics off this, I would Arnet swap it, I would make some suspension links to get the suspension working properly so the shocks don't keep breaking. I would probably leave the same motors on it, but I would swap out the brakes for something that actually worked good. And I would ditch these caster angle sensor things that are back here. I can make this chair work and I can make it work good. But the insurance company bought me this one. This is only the second chair I've ever had through insurance. First one was like 7 years ago. And that was when I weighed a lot more. Ever since then, since I lost the weight, I've been using my own chairs that I find for cheap or a couple $100 on Craigslist or get from a dumpster. So there could have been another chair in there that I ordered, but I didn't. So good on me, I guess, for not wasting money. By the way, I'm also not on disability. I don't take any handouts from the government. I pay for insurance. Anyways, we've got the steampunk chair here. I would not give that to someone. That thing is dangerous. That's not worth donating. We've got this Pulse 6 here with a generator mounted on it. Again, that power base is not safe. Doesn't even have seating on it. Quantum 6000Z. It is a fun chair, but it's not practical and it's not reliable. We got the old Omega Track over here. That thing's a piece of history that's cool. And there's a community of people that have those. And I'm going to be working some more on that thing soon. Trying to figure out some ways to retrofit electronics on it. Because those things are getting old. And there's a few people out there that have these things. And they're trying to figure out ways to swap the electronics for something that will work now. So, again, research. Wouldn't give it to someone. I would not donate that to someone because it would cause them problems and it would break. This Frontier V6 over here. Finally got all the mods done on that. I got it fixed properly. The second I found out the warranty was up, because that's the thing with the Quantum. It's under warranty and all this other stuff, and I'm not allowed to touch it. It is my chair. They keep telling me that, but I'm not allowed to touch it. It was the same thing with this one. I was able to fix it, and I have now, because I'm allowed to. But I wouldn't give that chair to someone. It makes weird crunching noises occasionally. The seating needs a few other things fixed on it. I would probably have to spend $700 in parts to get that thing fixed up before I'd feel comfortable giving it to someone. There's other chair frames and stuff in here. We've got this Invacare back here with the head array. That thing actually works fine, but you know, in a pinch, if someone really needed something with a head array, I mean, maybe, but I don't. There's specialized enough technology, and there's so much potential there for getting injured if something breaks. I don't feel comfortable sending someone out with a chair that, you know, I don't want to be responsible in any way for someone getting injured because something got screwy or because it's old or whatever. So most of the other chairs in here are legit junk. There's 5 or 6 of them right here that I use. They work fine for me, but that's because I can deal with them. Okay, so all the extra power chairs, covered that. Not on disability. I work for a living. I'm not making bank off of YouTube, and I'm not extorting a disability to monetary advantage. So that's the thing, I guess. For being a scammer, I'm really, really bad at it. I've got expensive vans. Well, one of them's $1,000. I've had it 7 years now. It kind of works. Not very well as a wheelchair van. It works as a regular van. But the other van doesn't even have a driver's seat in it. So why would I do that? You would think I would want some nice car that I could drive, you know. Anyways, I've explained that quite a bit. The main thing, though, I guess, is the Tourette's. It's the one thing that I get the most comments about. Like, oh, you know, you don't have Tourette's. I don't see it consistently in every video. Sometimes you go weeks or a month without there being symptoms of it. I'm incredibly self-conscious about the Tourette's. And I've mentioned this before. There is a heavy amount of editing done to my videos to remove most of the tics. People tell me not to worry about it, but I don't care. I edit that stuff out. Well, I see you in stressful situations and it should be worse. Depends on the situation. Tourette's is an interesting thing. Stress can make it worse, yes, but if you're in a fight or flight situation or something really stressful is going on and you have to be aware of everything that's around you, the Tourette's is pretty much non-existent in situations like that. If we're in a fight or flight thing or have any adrenaline, like, the Tourette's does not exist. Focus perfectly. And I think that's where, like I said, unless you have it, you don't understand how it works. I don't even understand how it works. But I know in my case that it's not going to be the same all the time. It gets better sometimes, it gets worse sometimes. And, you know, sometimes people say, oh, well, it seems like your Tourette's is a lot worse when I'm doing a live stream or whatever. Well, it's about the same, but it's a live stream, so I can't edit that stuff out. So it may appear worse during live streams. So, again, not every comment, but in the last few weeks, there's been probably 3 comments that were just so targeted and so insane that I filed official harassment complaints about them. So anyways, people that are saying this stuff clearly aren't paying attention. You can take anything out of context. That's the problem with making videos on YouTube. I've got almost 600 videos up. So you could cobble together a sizzle reel of pretty much anything you want to make me look like any sort of person you want. Yeah, I don't play the YouTube game. I'm not happy-go-lucky and only film the best parts of my life. I just watched an old video I had. It's called I'm Not a Very Good Bully. It's like vlog 240 something, I think. I was legit angry that whole video, and watching that video made me uncomfortable because of my attitude through the whole thing. That's probably why I don't have a huge YouTube following, is because I'm not doing all the happy-go-lucky stuff. It's just, it is my life, and it is just me filming what's going on. I try overall, as a whole, to not let the tone go for months on end of me being angry. But all I'm trying to say, I guess, is I'm not a very good scammer. I've failed at it. So, yeah. I guess that's all I have to say. Everyone's an expert. And, you know, they always say things like, oh, well, you know, I know it's rude to say something, or I know this is inappropriate, or I know whatever, but, and then they continue talking. Yeah, I wanted to get my thoughts about this. I guess I did a video sort of similar to this a while back, ramblings about life on YouTube. I don't know if it was specifically about this, but it gets really interesting when people get so personal with the things they're saying. And again, it's not just 1 or 2 or 3 people. You know, this is dozens of stuff over the last few months, and going back over the last few years, there's been a lot of it. I may not even put this in a video just because I don't like having this tone. Maybe this is something for the second channel. Maybe that's where I'll put this. Yeah, I think so. But yeah. Anyways, those are my thoughts. It's not going to affect anything. I'm not changing anything. You know, I'm very much constantly looking at myself and making sure that I'm not doing anything that would come across as offensive. My judgment of that is not very good. Yeah, I do have a TBI. Didn't cause the Tourette's. Never said that. I haven't ever stood up and worked on my vans. Yes, I do roll around on the ground working on them, underneath them. There's a lot of people that do that. Check out Paralyzed Living on YouTube. He shows how to change the tires on his car, putting on studded snow tires, how to ride a motorcycle. There's a lot of videos of people in wheelchairs working on cars and welding and running machine shops. I'm going to call that good for now. Nothing's changing. These are just some of my thoughts. Again, this is my therapy. And yeah. I'll catch you later.